What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so want to talk a little bit more about this Katt Williams thing, man. Of course, we all know the Katt Williams in an interview with Shannon Sharp on Club Shay Shay. I think that interview debuted. Today is January the 5th. I think it debuted late January the 3rd. But it really started hitting the internet yesterday. And I think as of this morning, I know the number's higher now, but as of this morning, 15 million people had watched that interview. It's probably even a higher number now. But it's doing exceptionally well. And shout out to Shannon Sharp. And of course, like the crabs in the bucket mentality that festers within our people. People are coming after Shannon Sharp now, questioning his interview skills, saying he's a poor interviewer. Why you have that man on your show? Why you got that man on your platform? I mean, just whatever, man. That's why, man. I hate to say it, man. That's why we just done as a people, bro. We could never be happy for someone else's success, man. Anybody that does well, they always either sell out or we gotta tear them apart or whatever, man. We just an evil fucking group, bro. White man ain't gotta do shit to us no more, man. We so brainwashed and deluded, we do our own fucking dirty work. But anyway, Katt Williams went in on a lot of people, man. A lot of people. And revealed a lot of stuff, at least from his perspective. One of the persons he talked about a little bit was none other than Kevin Hart. And to me, when I listened to what he was saying about Kevin Hart, it sounded to me like basically he's saying that Kevin Hart sold his soul to get to where he is. I've heard that about some people in the industry as far as comedy is concerned. I've heard about that. I don't want to single out Kevin Hart too much, but I have heard in particular rumors about him. Okay, I'll just put it like this. The rumors I've heard about him are that from day one, he had no qualms or trepidations about literally bending over backwards to acquiesce to those who want to help him. Usually, people bend over backwards to help others. He bent over forward. I guess I should say, he bent over forwards so people could help him on his journey to success. Allegedly. I can't prove that. But you know what's funny? I'm not saying everything that Kevin Hart, every accusation against Kevin Hart and the other guys is true. I'm not saying everything that Katt Williams is saying is true. But it's very interesting how Gary Owens co-signed and admitted that what Katt Williams is saying is true about how some people in Hollywood, Katt Williams brought up Harvey Weinstein, but how some people in Hollywood will push you forward as long as you submit to their horrible sexual compulsions. Like literally, Hollywood is run. I've been telling you this before, though. Like none of this is a surprise to me. Like I've been talking about this stuff for so long, and I've had so many people. They probably roll their eyes when I talk about this stuff. But I've heard about this. I've known people who are in the industry. I'm not saying high level people, but I've known people that have been in the industry, and they know of these things. They've been around people engaging in these types of things. This is not new. He's just confirming what a lot of us already been telling you. But he's from the inside, so he really knows. Hollywood is a disgusting place. And it's run by a lot of people, the same people, who get so much protection all of a sudden today. But I kind of went on a tangent a little bit because I want to make a point about something else. You notice how Kevin Hart's response, he didn't really deny anything that Katt Williams said. He didn't deny anything that he said. All he said was, "Gotta get that anger up out your champ. It's honestly sad." In the meantime, he plugged the movie. Please enjoy my movie trailer to my next film, Lift, which will be dropping on Netflix in 8 days. There is a moment in the trailer where Gumba Thara says, "They really love you." I know now she's talking about Katt. LOL, mark your calendar, world. This one is special. Now I want to play a little audio about something that Kevin Hart said about Katt Williams some time ago. Okay? He's talking about Katt Williams right here.
My frustration with Katt Williams comes from, you keep pointing at Hollywood. Hollywood this, the white man, this, and this. When do you take responsibility for your actions? You had the shot.
Katt was in that position at one
You
point.
were the guy.
Yeah.
You were set up to be the star. You didn't show up to work. You fucked off promo shoots. You fucked off your promo fucking trips that they had set up for you. You became a risk to the studios, which is why the studios stopped fucking with you.
Why was he a risk?
He chose drugs. Take responsibility for what you chose and say, you know what, I gotta fix me. And I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna stand up for comedy. So when you say Tiffany Haddish doesn't deserve or isn't really a comedian and these other women have worked hard, which they have. Shouts out to Melanie Camacho. Shouts out to Lunel. Shouts out to Leslie Jones, who are all underneath the umbrella of Katt Williams. Katt Williams, have you ever used your platform to fucking bring the people that were under you up? You haven't. So because you haven't, don't shit on those that now are. I've used my platform and I brought my guys and girls up. The brand of Kevin Hart is a brand that's expanded so fucking far, whether you like me or not. My presence in comedy will forever be felt because I'm a fucking boss. I sit on the top of it, and the opportunities I'm giving are the ones that I'm creating. So take responsibility for what you did. You fucked you. Nobody else did. You don't hear Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, the Kings of Comedy, Seinfeld. You don't hear George Lopez, Eddie Griffin. You don't hear fucking who else can I go down the road of other comedians? Steve Martin, Martin Short. You don't hear the guys that got on top and that made it by doing what they love complain about the people that are coming under them. The reason why is because they're happy with themselves. Don't blame everybody else for your shit. Don't shit on my sister Light because you're not happy with your shit. This shit is earned. It's not given. I don't give a fuck if you're a Tiffany Haddish fan or not. It's earned. Tiffany Haddish got years in the game. It's not an accident that Tiffany Haddish got an opportunity to star in a movie. It's not an accident that that character popped in the movie. Written or not written, a character has to pop it. And he...
Like I said, I'm not in Hollywood like that, right? None of us are. So I don't know if there's some truth to what he's saying. Maybe Katt Williams did do some things to fuck over his career. I'm not going to sit there and act like he's perfect. But I do believe the shit he was saying yesterday in that interview. And I will say this, you know what I'm saying, Mr. Hart, that movie that you advertising, I don't see a lot of brothers and sisters in there. Just you. This new movie on Netflix you're talking about, I just see you. You're the only brother. And you definitely have been catering to a certain specific audience that Seinfeld would cater to lately. So you about uplifting, I mean, man, behind the scenes, maybe, yeah. But you definitely sold out in a lot of ways. You know? Then again, you know, everybody got to forge their own path, so it is what it is. But the fact remains, none of these people, and I'm not saying that Katt Williams is perfect, but none of these people so far have contradicted and called Katt a liar on the things he was saying on that show. None of them. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't want to go get too graphic about some of the stuff I've heard. Dave Chappelle even talked about that in a recent comedy special. Not the one that just came out, but the one before that. He talked about how he knows of certain comedians, black comedians, who are household names now, who then bent over and took dick to get to where they are. Now, the names that he was naming, Martin Short and all that, first of all, like, these are extraordinarily all-time, like, funny comedians who, a lot of those guys were already immersed in Hollywood or Hollyweird. Like, a lot of these people that he's naming, for instance, Steve Martin, trying to think of the other ones he mentioned. Steve Martin, first of all, Steve Martin was a writer. Steve Martin was already a writer, writing for the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour, I believe it was, or comedy show, whatever it was called. He was already a writer on that show when he was in his 20s. So he was already in that realm. You know what I'm saying? He was already putting in work. All these other people that he was naming, Seinfeld, they all put in their work. You see what I'm saying? They all put in their work. George Lopez, they all put in their work. And he probably knew some people that knew some people, and they was able to kind of avoid some of the other shit. The Harvey Weinsteins and shit, you know. I ain't saying some of them may do some little, you know, maybe. Maybe some of them ain't little pussy. I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, there's some weirdos in Hollywood. But not all of them are like that. Not everybody. But it does seem like the gatekeepers for a lot of black Hollywood, it do seem like a lot of them motherfuckers prey on their own kind, unfortunately. But yeah, the people that he was naming, Seinfeld, all those guys put in work for years, you know what I'm saying? The problem is, Kevin Hart, is like he's saying, it's like you went to Hollywood and all of a sudden you had success. Like, you came to Hollywood with 03, and by 04 you was the leading star in Soul Plane. When does that happen? That's very rare for somebody to have their own fucking movie a year into, you know, trying to forge a path for yourself in Hollywood. That's what he's talking about. You know, like I said, all these other guys, man, they were struggling for a while before they broke through. You know. Then you have your special case like Eddie Murphy, who was on Saturday Night Live, was a breakaway star to the point where he was hosting Saturday Night Live while he was still a fucking cast member making movies. See, that right there, that's just an exceptional case. You can't compare Kevin Hart to Eddie Murphy. You just can't do it. Man, that's all I got to say in this particular one, man. Tell me what you guys think.